Racist cop destroys black single mom's truck. Her Delta Force brother strikes back. Was just a 5-minute stop. Just 5 minutes to breathe. To rest after a 14-hour shift and a long drive home with her sleeping son in the back seat. But for Tanya, a black single mom with nothing but grit in her tank and love in her heart, 5 minutes turned into a nightmare. And what that cop didn't know was that she wasn't alone. Tanya Johnson was the kind of woman who never asked for much. She worked 2 jobs, paid her bills on time, and raised her son Malik with every ounce of strength she had. Her old pickup truck was falling apart, but it got them from point A to point B. Malik was her world. Bright, curious, always asking questions about the stars. Tanya dreamed of saving enough to send him to science camp next summer, but life in her small southern town wasn't always fair. She knew how people looked at her. She felt it at the grocery store, at school pickups, that sharp, quiet judgment. Still, she held her head high, because she had to. It was late. Rain fell in slow sheets. Tanya was exhausted. She parked outside a convenience store just off the main road. Malik was curled up in the back, finally asleep after hours of being shuffled around. Tanya closed her eyes for a moment, and then flashing lights. A police cruiser pulled up behind her. Out stepped Officer McBride, tall, aggressive, and already shouting orders. Step out of the truck. Hands where I can see them. Tanya blinked, confused. Officer, I'm just resting. My son's asleep. Don't talk back, he snapped. Before she could even grab her ID, he yanked the door open and pulled her out. Malik woke up crying. Tanya pleaded, voice shaking. McBride ignored her. He accused her of suspicious behavior, of resisting questioning. He smashed the taillight with his baton. Shattered glass flew everywhere, Malik screamed. Neighbors peeked from behind. Curtains too scared to get involved, Tanya was cuffed on the pavement. Her boy left sobbing inside the truck. No body cam was turned on. No backup. No witnesses dared speak. Just Tanya, alone. The next morning, Tanya sat in a cold holding cell. No lawyer, no phone call. Her truck was impounded. Her workplace saw her. Mugshot online and suspended her. She had no money left to fight the case. Social workers showed up, questioning her ability to care for Malik. One incident. One racist cop, and it was all falling apart. She held her son that night and wept in silence. World was crumbling. Then she remembered someone she hadn't called in years, her brother. Marcus Johnson wasn't just anyone. He had served in the Army's elite Delta Force, a ghost among warriors. After retiring, he vanished into the mountains of Montana. He didn't do social media, didn't do small talk. But he always picked up when Tanya called. She didn't even have to finish the story. He heard it in her voice. He was already packing. Before the call ended, Marcus arrived in town, unnoticed. No uniform, no weapons. At least none you could see. He moved quietly. Asked the right questions. Spoke to shopkeepers. Found a teen with a smartphone who'd recorded part of the arrest. He paid cash for the footage. He visited City Hall. Pulled Officer McBride's record. What he found? 6 prior complaints. All buried. All involving young. Black men or women? No action taken. No accountability. Marcus smiled, but not with joy. This wasn't just about Tanya anymore. In just 48 hours, Marcus collected everything. A gas station security cam showing McBride tailing Tanya. Witnesses who were now willing to talk because Marcus made them feel safe. Audio from a police scanner that night, revealing McBride never reported the stop. He called in a favor to an old war buddy, now a civil rights attorney. Then another call to a national news network. The dominoes were lined up now. It was time to tip them. The story exploded overnight. #Justice for Tanya trended within hours. News vans lined the police station. Reporters demanded answers. McBride claimed procedure, but then the footage dropped. The broken taillight, the racial slurs, the unprovoked attack. Marcus and his legal team filed a civil suit, federal rights violation claim, demanded a DOJ investigation into McBride's past. The department suspended him, but Marcus wasn't finished. He made one last stop, McBride's favorite diner. Sat across from him without saying a word until he leaned in and whispered, "You didn't arrest my sister. Started a war you already lost." Tanya was cleared of all charges. The city offered her a full settlement, enough to rebuild her life. Her record was wiped clean. Her truck was gone. But a brand new one appeared in her driveway. The ribbon and no note. Just a small Delta Force insignia on the dashboard. Malik was safe. Tanya got her job back, and she used the money to open a community support center for single mothers and abuse survivors. She named it the Phoenix House for those who rise after being burned. Marcus. He vanished again. But this time, Tanya knew exactly where to find him if she ever needed him. Racism breaks lives quietly until someone speaks up. And sometimes, justice doesn't wear a badge. It wears silence, focus, training, and the heart of a brother who would burn down the world to protect his sister. If this story moved you, share it. Speak up. Be the voice someone needs, because Tanya's story isn't fiction. It's a reflection of too many real lives.